Hey, you guys, what's up? Y'all thought I was done yet? I ain't done it to the fat boy saying. Anywho, I'm going to talk about some of my favorite books from this year. I read a lot of books, and a lot of books were good, but I have to talk about books that really touched my soul this year, that really touched my soul physically, emotionally, nastiness, somewhat spiritually, things like that. So these are books that touch me. I know people have their favorite, favorite books and stuff, which is cool. And those are their books that they like, they felt that touched their souls. Some people may have one, some people may have five, things like that. Those are books that touch their soul. I have a few. It's not exactly 10, but you know what? It's a few, and I'm going to talk about them right now. So let's get started. Let's talk about Never Caught by my girl Erica Armstrong Dunbar. Now, as you guys know, I love this book for plenty of reasons. For one, um, it talks about a slave that's really never talked about, especially in American history, because it's bad enough that Black history always gets chopped or screwed up sometimes, and then on top of that, we don't talk about everything, which includes also Black LGBT figures or things like that, and especially with Black women too. So On the Judge was definitely a good book. The fact about the matter is don't talk much about the Washingtons, a lot of their slaves, but Homegirl came out. My girl wrote books, support everything with facts, research, proper documentation. She's been working on this for years. I like this book because I feel as though, especially with college syllabuses, high school syllabuses, this can be a proper learning lesson for not just Black History Month, Women's History Month, not just Women's History Month all year round, especially when you're discussing the aspects of slavery, the bad aspects of slavery, because it was no good aspects of slavery. Let's keep it all the way funky. Yeah, we knew about survival skills, yeah, but we could talk about the bad aspects of U.S. history, which is definitely one of these. We definitely talk about how the first president was, you know what, I'm gonna be good, but just a lot that's going on and how a woman's determined for freedom definitely inspires us all. It inspires a lot with she's up there with the ranks of Harriet Tubman, and things like that. Like, I am a history buff. That was my major when I, excuse me, I'm gonna get stuff in a minute. That was definitely one of my majors when I went to UDC, but I didn't finish, unfortunately. But who knows? I may go back. But this is definitely one of my favorite books. Not only that, it's like I say with history, it's a part of history that's never been told, and on top of that, it's a part of history that I feel that it definitely needs to be taught to a lot of our generation so we can know how we survived, where we came from, how not to make the same mistakes. And I hate when people say, oh, that was the past, racism and that stuff. Racism is still living. Racism is still existing. And especially in this nasty political coalition, this is definitely an appropriate book to talk about, and definitely talk about, especially with the fact they don't have as much as we have right now. They had their brains, they had their heart, they had their soul, they had their determination. They don't have the technology stuff that we have now. This is definitely an excellent book. This is one of my favorites, and I'll give you more of the review on this in the link bar below. So this is definitely one of my favorites. Let's talk about Passion Island by Cairo. Both of these were both this and the Owner Judge's book were both published by Simon and Schuster. One was both under Atria, one was published by 37 Inc. This, as you guys know, was published by Straybull. Now, as you guys know, I love Cairo straight up off the rip. A lot of lessons gonna be taught from this book. A lot of nasty moments made me want to jump on a man and say, "Bam, bam, bam." But unfortunately, I don't have a man right now to jump on. So you know, it is what it is. But Passion Island definitely talks about infidelity, relationships, cheating, and things in that nature. And you got three couples in there. Two of the couples you already met a few times, Isaiah and LaQuandra Lewis. You read first met in Big Booty, and then you met Kendall and Krista Evans. You first met in Dirty Heat, which is Peace Out Under Siege. Excuse the lighting in this room. This lighting is going in and out. I do apologize for that. But let me see what's going on. Because this joint could be off the hook at times. Let me brighten this up a bit. You know what? There we go. So my lighting is kind of off and on. So excuse it in the video. Okay. So with that being said, that's definitely one of my favorite books. Definitely has Cairo's signature writing, and you could tell by the growth that he is really getting really, really more descriptive with a lot of things. Not just sex, but like the settings and everything. Um, I definitely like the fact that this book could cater to any audience. And then also I like he's one of the authors that never neglected his LGBTQ audience. So that's why what his books will always be. But this one's one of my favorites. He will always be one of my favorite authors to read. So yes, if you haven't seen the whole review, I'll put that in the link bar below. Like I said, all the stuff I talk about will be in the link bar below because I've already reviewed them. The next book I want to talk about is In the Service to the Senator by my man Shakir Rashaan. Now, you guys know Shakir Rashaan has always been BDSM when it comes to a lot of his writing, especially from an African American point of view. My lighting is going up and down. I'm not even going to trip off of it. Anywho, with that being said, um, I always enjoyed Shakir's writing when it came to BDSM, especially around the time, you know what, I'm gonna be petty. When 50 Shades of Crap came out, yes, I am gonna be petty today. So what? When 50 Shades of Crap came out, everybody was on it hard. The fact that when BDSM came out, all that jazz, when his first book came out, actually got republished again in 2013. I was really excited for it. I think either late 2013 or 2014. Look, I'm tired, okay. Or late 2012. I was excited for it because for one, you talk about a person who practiced BDSM, and then on top of that, you talk about some real stuff. And it was an affair. But anyway, enough about that. In a Service to the Senator is no different, and except it's more of a political theme, which everybody knows I'm hugely into politics and things like that. And the way he brought it together was so seamlessly, flawlessly perfect. You have a man named Terrell Warren who is a rising star in the Democratic Party. His wife Kiana is captured. And then he has to go underground and see what's cracking with a lot of people and things like that. On top of that, being able to fulfill his hot fetishes. But anywho, it definitely talks about sex. It talks about the drama. And on top of that, it tells about a lot of secrets, especially in Congress in real life, that they so are against. People are so anti-sex or anti-gay, but you practice it behind the scenes, and we know that's true. So this has definitely became one of my favorites to read this year. So let's get into it. Okay, Seducing Abby Rose by my girl J.D. Mason. Bitch. She done slay and she did not play with you. When she came and wrote this book, J.D. Mason did not come to play with you. She came to say, I'm here to write this book about a Virgo, my girl Abby. And I love Abby, first of all, because she's a Virgo just like I am. Me and J.D. Mason have the same birthday. Not only on top of that, she's dealing with my favorite person, Jordan Gatewood. Baby, ain't nothing, man. Just getting hot thinking about him. Anywho, Jordan Gateway is very amazing. Like, he really likes this woman. And then on top of that, it's a lot of secrets and a lot of mystery that you haven't seen. If you guys have read the Beautiful Dirty Rich series, if you guys read this, you can kind of find out what's really went on in that house as well too. Like I said, his mother is still a bitch, but although I don't like Olivia Gatewood, I just gotta say she plays the game very well. She's a true hustler, so I can say that. So that definitely became one of my favorites. Like I said, more of the in the info bar below. Okay, for my final two books that I've enjoyed this year, You Gotta Sin to Get Saved, Somebody Pick Up My Pieces by J.D. Mason. Um, if you guys have known, I've read One Day I Saw a Black King. I think it was either early this year or late last year, and I enjoyed the book. So I had to see what happened to the Rogers girls with Connie and Clarice, aka Reese. Come to find out, you have a new girl named Camille, who was their little sister. I'm just gonna say this. I never liked Charlotte Rogers. She's a selfish whore. I see why her mama kicked her out at 15. And I already know I don't condone women kicking their kids out over a man. But I'm like, little girl, you fasting, you jumping on my man? Girl, I would have kicked her little ass out too. Sorry. And it's not even over a man, it's the fact that she knew better. But whatever. That's another story in itself. Who knows why she acted the way she did? It definitely talks more about the girls' relationship with their mothers, why they don't deal with their mother no more. It talks more about Clarice's marriages to her wonderful husband and things in that nature. And then on top of that, if you guys have read Take Your Pleasure Where You Find It, you'll find a familiar character in that book, Avery. In both books, you'll find a familiar character. So they definitely wrapped up the Roger Girls series. I have to read her other book that is part of the series, which is Behind the Don't Want No Sugar. I have to read that one, but that will be reviewed very soon. Anywho, thank you guys for looking at my channel. This is the final one. I know I said goodbye in my last video, but I had to give y'all my favorite books of this year. I will talk to you guys soon, and Happy New Year, and thank you for watching. Bye now.